Fit family, this is Fit Vibes by DJ. Just want to give you guys another update. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep you guys updated as much as possible. If you looked at my previous videos, I ruptured my patellar tendon. So we're going into week 7. Week 7, definitely pleased with the progress that I have been making. But before I get into that, just want to stress how important it is to have these 3 things. First thing, be mentally strong and disciplined. Okay, discipline is the key word, because if you're a fit person or athletic person, or even if you're not, with this injury, you want to definitely listen to what your doctor is telling you, what your physical therapist is telling you, and try to do what you can at home while you're not in therapy. Okay, that's definitely going to help you along the way with the treatment and the process of getting your leg better from your injury, and getting your leg stronger. All right, secondly, definitely want to have a good support system. Okay, from the get, that's going to help you along the way, especially when you get into your depressed moments, or you feel like no progress is coming along. Support system is definitely key. Starting out from the surgery, that's going to be very vital. You know what I mean? It's going to be very vital in your boost of confidence and getting through the process. So you definitely want to have that. But you're going to see along the way, going back to step 1, if you're very disciplined, you're going to start slowly seeing that progress, and then you're not going to need as much support from your support system. You're going to be able to do some things by yourself. You're going to start getting stronger. So on a daily basis or weekly basis, you're going to start being able to kind of fend for yourself and do a little bit yourself. All right. Thirdly, with this injury, it can set you back. If you're already a fit person, and you stay strong with a regimen as far as your daily diet or your daily meal intake, or counting macros. I'm not a good guy in doing that, so I can't even tell you the formula, but I just pretty much do what's best for me as far as keeping a well-balanced diet. Sometimes I can get away with eating some unhealthy foods, but I know what my body needs and what I need to do to bounce back or to kind of get back on track. It's okay to have a cheat meal here and there, but just make sure you get back into it. So with me being a fit person, it's kind of easy for me to kind of bounce back. But with this injury, you can definitely get into a depressed mode, or just get into a mode where you're not even thinking about your diet. You just want to eat. Be a couch potato, basically. I mean, you're basically going to be doing that a couple weeks after the injury, because you can't do much, you can't be active. So it's very key to stay on your regimen, eat as healthy as you can, because obviously that's going to give you some reward in your body as far as recovery, as far as bouncing back when you do when you are able to get into the gym and get back into your workout. Because fitness is 80% of your diet, basically. So that's basically what Fit Life is about. Diet 80%, 20% is actually doing the dirty work and the grunt work, as far as lifting weights or doing cardio, whatever your preference is, or again, what your preference is for your body. So definitely key. Stay on your diet. Try to be as disciplined as possible with that, and that's pretty much my 3 tips for today. Now let's get into my progress. All right, so week 7, fellas, ladies, gents, kids, whoever's watching this, week 7, I'm definitely pumped, because with this injury, it was getting tough. Basically weeks 1 through 3, 4, basically I was doing some really basic workouts. It was getting boring. I was seeing slight progress, but it was just, I'm ready to get back into the gym, honestly, and to get back to work. I've been out of work since the injury, but I'm trying to to get back and get strong. So again, so I can fend for myself and stay fit and get back in the gym. And so weeks 4 through 6, some of my workouts gradually changed. Did some of the basic stuff, you know, but as far as weeks 4 through 6, they started putting me on a training bike, but I couldn't pedal all the way through because the tightness in my knee and the scar tissue was just so tight still, and it was painful to get to a certain bend. So I would say week 4 through 6, I believe I was at about 70 to 80 degrees as far as range of motion. So when I would get on a bike, I would pedal forward and stop. I wouldn't go all the way through. I would just, you know, get it to a point where I can get it as much as possible. Then I'll feel that tightness, and then I'll do it in reverse. And the same thing applies. So you'll start feeling the tightness, and then pause, and then go forward. So weeks 4 through 6, I was doing that. It was kind of like my warm up for the day. They incorporated some half squats, so I started doing that, and you know, and that's basically what it was for weeks 4 through 6. So on week 6, that was definitely a challenging week. Reason being is because, you know, I was still doing some of the same workouts. I had a follow-up with my ortho, and the physical therapist was trying to get me to at least 90 degrees range of motion. We didn't quite get to 90 degrees without assistance, and I'm gonna say that again, without assistance. So with myself pulling my knee up and trying to bend my knee, I got to about 80, I want to say 85, 87 degrees, and then the physical therapist was able to kind of push my leg a little bit to see how far she can push without it hurting. And we got to about 91 degrees, I believe, you know, before it became kind of painful. But yeah, that helped. I met with my ortho. He basically was saying that, you know, we're not quite where we want to be, but we're definitely making good progress. He's actually pleased with the progress I've been making, and with my brace, as you guys can see here, I still have on the brace. It's not locked anymore. He said I can basically wear the brace, you know, with it unlocked anytime that I'm walking around. So, you know, basically, you know, I keep the brace on anytime I'm walking around. Good thing is I can now sleep and, you know, or sit down, or, you know, lay down on the couch or whatever without the brace on. Good thing about that is that it kind of helps with the swelling. My leg still swells up a little bit, and a lot of the swelling, you know, believe it or not, is from my knee down to my ankle. My knee is swollen a little bit, but a lot of the swelling, I guess, from the blood, you know, and gravity, blood pressure and everything going down my leg, that's a lot where a lot of where the swelling is coming about on my leg. All right, so yeah, so basically, you know, like I said, ortho, they basically said I wasn't quite ready yet, as far as going back to work or being able to, you know, be without the brace. But, you know, I'm able to walk around with the, you know, the give in the brace. I can walk around, I can bend my leg as much as possible with the degrees that they have it set at. So they have it set at 60 degrees as far as where the bend stops. So, you know, that's some good news there. But going into week 7, this is where I got a little pumped. Week 7, just yesterday. All right. So week 7, you know, now I'm starting to warm up basically with the bike, as I mentioned before, the training bike. So, you know, got on the bike, was warming up, talking to my physical therapist, and without me even thinking, you know, and you know, it's a mental game too when you're doing this rehab, but without me even thinking, you know, I'm sitting there talking to the therapist, you know, about to go with my motion here, and you know, I'm just pedaling along like you know, I was on a bike, you know, just normal, you know, muscle memory. And before I knew, I had stopped, and I was like, oh snap, I did a full cycle, you know. So I was pumped, and the therapist was like, yeah, see. So, you know, she was pumped too. She was like, it's good, because sometimes, you know, your mind can get in the way of you, And she was definitely right. You know, without me even thinking about it, you know, I just, muscle memory, we just went through the motion, and I did a full cycle, and I kept going, you know. Just felt a little tightness, you know, at the peak of the cycle. But, you know, it eased out, you know. Every time it got to the peak, there was a little pinch, and then it will ease out again. So definitely pumped about that, because, you know, that shows me that there is progress. There is more range of motion that my leg is getting to. But my leg is still weak, you know. I got a lot of work to do. My quads are starting to get their strength back. My hamstring is definitely weak, because we haven't really done much for the hamstring, but we're working on that now in week 7. So I did some hamstring curls with an ankle weight. It's probably like a 2-pound weight, and I couldn't even get the full range of motion on that. You know, I probably got to about, I want to say maybe 40 degrees, you know, on that. But definitely pumped about this, because it's showing me that I'm getting some great progress, and you just have to be patient. You know, patience is very key as well. So I'll put that as my 4th tip. So discipline, support system, and thirdly, diet. You know, just try to maintain it and stay on your regimen and stay fit. Don't go crazy and eat unhealthy, which is very easy to do in this situation. But just be mindful and try to keep your diet balanced. And then, like I said, 4th, you know, patience is key, y'all. Patience is key. So just wanted to run that by you guys. Try to keep you updated. And again, you know, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. You know, hit that bell for the notification of my videos, so you can stay up to date as quick as possible. And you know, like this video, share this video as well, put some comments down for your boy, and you know, we'll get right to it. Again, I'm pleased. This is week 7, and I'm out.